Let me introduce you to the hake brush. It's a soft, fluffy brush with lots of uses, and I've started to really explore it and really trying to find some very loose paintings. Here I am wetting the paper and then putting a wash of raw sienna on it with my hake brush. They do hold a lot of water, so you have to be really careful that you don't overload it, and always take the excess water off before you start. Next, I'll be bringing in some ultramarine blue and putting it into the sienna, but I'm leaving some white spaces for the clouds. A bit more, too much water there, so I wiped it off. Strengthening in the blue. Now I will do small clouds on the horizon. Some burnt sienna added to the mix for the trees, and the brush is on its side now, and it's a little drier. I tip it over. You can get some quite good marks going that way. Just make sure that you haven't got too much water on that brush. Drag it sideways, little tippy tip bits there, and it just works so well. It gives you this lovely textured work. And now I'm strengthening the colour again with a bit more burnt umber this time, so it's a little darker, just at the base of the trees there, and at just the tip of the top of the land. Just gives it, always at the bottom of plants there's shadow. So now I can spread it out and make it a bit more sort of rougher and a little dry, and I can get some lovely little tippy marks just along the top there, just to suggest small bushes, small trees. Some ultramarine blue, very dry brush now, and I've pulled it apart and I'm pulling it across to show the water. The top of the wet paint will bleed into it a bit, but that's fine because that's the reflections. Make sure you sweep it all the way across and leave some white marks for the ripples. Whoops, bit of green. Oh, what to do now? Oh, just make the tree a bit higher. Oh dear. Just, it doesn't really matter. You can make your painting anything you like. Now, tipping the brush up again with a bit more green on it. This is golden green, and now I'm scratching the back to put some trunk marks in and scratching it. And you need good paper to do this. And now a little bit more burnt umber along the bottom just to darken it. Dry the brush out, put it back down and drag it down so you get the reflections in the water. Lovely, that's it. Push it along and along out to the other side. So now, I thought I'd just take it right out to the end there and a little bit more reflection. Angle the brush around in different ways so it makes different shapes. So try and make the brush dance across the page. Some more burnt umber into the wet paint just to strengthen the shadows under the plants, and just wipe that off a bit because it's just got a bit too strong. And I'm dragging a bit of that burnt umber into the water because it's that is the reflection. That's with a dry hake brush nearly. And so, oh whoops, I've got some spots up there. I know, I'll put some trunk in with the crown, and that's just white crayon, just to suggest the trunks of the trees as they come down to the water. And a little bit darker in there with another black crayon. I use Neo Colour Carandash. A few more darker spots in the tree just to suggest a bit of a different foliage there. Oh, spots in the sky. Quick, turn them into birds. Always works for me. Just little birds flying around. Lovely little brush. And there you have it. Very simple.